I want just to make 4 points in this briefing. First, today we held the first policy debate on the assignment of claims. Common EU rules on the assignment of claims is an essential legal mechanism for EU companies, including SMEs. They will help them obtain liquidity, have access to credit, and borrow money from markets at cheaper rates. They will promote cross-border transactions and make financial markets safer. And there would be a major step towards the capital markets union. But we are not there yet. There are still outstanding questions on the universal character of the new rules, on novation, and on non-retroactivity. These outstanding questions will continue to be discussed. I welcome the commitment by member states to continue engaging constructively on this important file. And for the incoming German presidency, the Commission will continue to provide support in any way we can in order to wrap up discussions on this by the end of the year. Second, on the timely discussion concerning the extradition of EU citizens to third countries, the Commission supports non-binding EU guidelines to support member states. We also agree that an analysis by the European Judicial Network and Eurojust of all extradition cases are currently dealt with in practice would serve as a good basis for guidance. Third, on the impact of the coronavirus crisis on justice. Today, we took stock of the impact of the coronavirus crisis on our justice systems, the measures we have taken since the start of the crisis, and the lessons we are learning to improve our justice systems. As recovery plans are put in place, they must be based on the full respect for fundamental rights and the rule of law. There is no compromise here. This was the message I delivered today. This includes the relaxation of exceptional emergency powers, which should be gradually replaced with less intrusive measures. The Commission will continue to monitor this across the EU. There are also important lessons for us to learn for the future in the area of justice. First, the crisis has shown how important cooperation and coordination are when it comes to justice. Regarding criminal justice, I strongly welcome new working methods agreed with Eurojust and the European Justice Network on the collection and compilation of information regarding the impact of COVID-19 on judicial cooperation. On the same topic, I'm pleased to say that the European Arrest Warrant Coordination Group, which the Commission announced at our last meeting, is now operational and working well. The Commission will present an implementation report on the European Arrest Warrant next month, in the beginning of July. On the importance of sharing information, including best practices, thanks to the help of Europris, we have regular access to useful information about how prisons deal with the virus across the EU. Lastly, I reassure member states that the Commission will continue to support them by regularly updating the e-justice portal. The crisis has underlined the importance of this as a tool to share best practices. And finally, we took stock of the digitalization of justice systems. As the crisis has shown, this can improve access to justice and the operation of the business environment, but a lot more needs to be done. I encourage all member states to fully engage in the digitalization of justice systems, including on cross-border procedures, where further reflection is needed. The Commission is looking into how we can help member states to and finance this, and it's very important maybe to include some requests from the member states in the national plans for the use of the new recovery and resilience instruments at the EU level, because it's not just dedicated to the private sector, it's also possible to use some new funds at the EU level for the reinforcement of the digitalization in public services and certainly in justice systems. And 4 points, the EPPO. We discussed the setting up of our European Public Prosecutor's Office. There are two challenges that we are faced today. We need to ensure that EPPO can operations as planned for November this year. We do not yet have the 27 European prosecutors in place. This is due to difficulties in finalizing the Maltese list of candidates and the current requirement to recruit from a national list of more than 2. Minister Zamit Lewis informed us today that Malta faced specific inherent challenges to find more than 2 candidates who meet the conditions set out in Article 16 of the EPPO regulation, a justifiable but extraordinary situation. As a result, we are now considering an amendment to the operating rules of the selection panel to allow the panel to recruit from 2 eligible candidates in exceptional and justified cases. This would unblock the current situation. The other issue is the budget of the EPPO. The EPPO needs to be given the funding it deserves. The 2020 budget improved the situation significantly, but for 2021, the European Chief Prosecutor informed me that the EPPO budget needs to be substantially increased if we want to start on time. The EPPO will play a crucial role in the future to protect the EU budget against fraud and the EU's new recovery fund. We need to bear this in mind when the 2021 budget is agreed. So we are in discussion now to prepare such a budget, and we have in mind the necessity to increase the budget for the EPPO. I don't want to conclude without a last remark. I want to congratulate, of course, the incoming German presidency, because we have received the presentation of the program for the second part of the year, and it will be impressive to work, and certainly to work on e-justice and other issues, and to restart the trialogue with the Parliament. But I want also to congratulate the Croatian presidency, and certainly in particular you, Drazen, because we have had a beautiful informal meeting in Zagreb, but I know that it was very difficult to manage the discussion at the council level during such a crisis, and it was well done with a real success for the Croatian presidency. So thank you to that, and of course we'll have the opportunity to have other meetings maybe in the near future, also in Zagreb. But thanks for the results achieved during the presidency. It was very impressive.